What up, SMM Hit Squad? Welcome back, guys. It's your boy Sean.
And your girl Mel.
All right, guys, here we go.
Welcome, guys.
All right, so we got Karmelo hires new legal team for appeal.
Okay.
It's a new ball game.
Okay, he hired them.
Not sure if he hired them,
Okay.
but it looks like he will begin to appeal with new legal team. All right, so guys, before we get into it, go ahead and smash that like button, turn that notification bell so you guys be notified next time we upload, and we appreciate the love and support. All right, here we go.
2 weeks after Karmelo Anthony was convicted of murdering Austin Metcalf, he has a new legal team.
And that appeal defense team is led by former Dallas County Assistant DA Russell Wilson, who Fox 4 has used as a legal analyst for quite a few cases. Fox 4 Stephen Dial here now to talk about the next steps in the case. Stephen?
Heather, Russell Wilson leading that appeals team. He'll be joined by 5 other lawyers, including civil rights attorney Justin Moore. I spoke to a well-known appeals attorney who's not a part of this case. He told me the legal team has 30 days from the conviction to file for a new trial, but told me that that may not happen. 19-year-old Karmelo Anthony was found guilty of murdering 17-year-old Austin Metcalf at a high school track meet 2 years ago. The conviction came down 2 weeks ago. He was sentenced to 35 years in prison and immediately filed a notice of appeal, telling the court he had no money to pay for attorney fees. Monday, a new legal team announced that it would work on his appeal process pro bono. Civil rights attorney Lee Merritt posted on social media that he helped put the team together. Russell Wilson, who is a familiar face on Fox 4, is leading the team. Joining him are 5 other lawyers, including longtime NAACP President Gary Bledsoe. There has been a lot of racial tension around this case. During the trial, there were no black men or women on the jury. Today, I talked to an appeals attorney, Gary Udishin, who is not associated with the case, about the process moving forward.
If the new defense lawyers decide to file a motion for new trial, that will happen in the next couple of weeks. Now, that's difficult to do because they don't have the record. There are things that are difficult to raise on a motion for trial because you don't have the record. The defense lawyers representing the defendant on appeal have 30 days from the point of receiving the transcript to actually file the appellate brief, which is the written arguments to the Court of Appeals. On a case like this, and in fact, really on most cases, it's necessary to get at least one 30-day extension.
I know there may have been people of color, but no black jurors. Is that something that an appeals legal team would focus in on or mention? Is that something that would stand out in saying, okay, my client did not get a fair shake of his peers?
Absolutely. As I understand what happened at trial, when the prosecutors struck the remaining black jury panel members, the defense lawyer made an objection to it. So they preserved the issue for appeal purposes. So I feel quite certain that's going to be an issue on appeal.
Udishin told me that the record of transcript may not come until August or later. When that happens, the defense will file their brief, then the state will have 30 to 60 days to respond before it goes to the appeals court, which is based here in Dallas.
Okay.
Wow.
So it looks like he got a new team of lawyers. So we got to just, follow the story and see what happens.
Wow. And he has no money.
No money. I think this is free for him.
Pro bono, basically.
Pro
free.
bono, and they're going to.
So they're just taking on the case.
They're going to take on the case and try to fight for him to be free.
Woo.
First of all, this should have happened from the jump. Go in with the best team that you have.
But why now, though? Why now are all these people offering to? It just seems a little race baity to me.
It's almost like, okay, this happened like 2 years ago. So they take it to trial. His lawyer only called his mom to the stand, just one witness. I feel like, that whole side dropped the ball. And now they want a new trial. And these lawyers look like they know what they they know what they're doing. That's what it looked like.
I just, it's just crazy because after watching the movie Law Abiding Citizen, you see how what people can tweak the law to benefit themselves, even if they are criminals, even if they are the one at fault. Even if you go out here and you commit a murder, there are certain ways that certain laws that will protect you, and the family won't get justice. Like, imagine if that, if they were to get an appeal and he walks free, which I doubt, but you never know with the way that the law is. Like, I've seen it so many times in every community, you know.
Well, you really got to have a team of lawyers that know what they're doing, do their due diligence, and prove that it was self-defense. If they can prove that it's self-defense, he might be walking free. So that's what they're going on, self-defense. Everyone's seen the video, and everyone voiced their opinion, and now it's just up to the justice system.
Don't get me wrong. I don't want people to think that I am against um this, like, how a lot of people think because you're a certain color, you're supposed to go along with the person who is your color. I get, hey, that's what we're living in today. But right is right, wrong is wrong. I saw the video for myself with my own two eyes, and I did not see this young man having to fight for his life. I didn't see him being in a situation where he had to stab Austin Metcalf. I didn't see him being jumped. If I would have saw that, I would say he's within his rights. I would say the system failed Karmelo, but I did not see that with my own two eyes. What I saw was, a push, and I saw him run immediately. He didn't have a chance to think about what he was going to do. He immediately stabbed the young man, stabbed Austin immediately, and he ran. I don't know what was going on in his mind. I can't say that in his mind he didn't fear for his life, but I know that there was no reason for him to do what he did to that young man.
This is what I saw. I seen a young man sitting under a tent and under another team's tent. Right. That's what I seen. And then I seen about 4 or 5 guys come in that tent and surround him. I felt like he was surrounded. I felt like he was outnumbered. And
but then, of course, if he's under someone else's
that's what I'm saying. Tent, but
there are people standing around.
The case that I'm trying to make is, I think that he had enough time to see where he's outnumbered. This is not going to go the right way, so let me leave. I think he had enough time to make that conscious decision in his head. Okay, I'm under the wrong tent. I have a weapon. They don't know I have a weapon. They asking me to leave multiple times because it was brewing up under there. There was some words being exchanged. So if you see all this tension building up, you got enough time to make that decision as a young 17-year-old that, you know what, let me go ahead and roll out. Because I don't want this to affect me, today or the rest of my life.
Absolutely. So, and that's all I want to put out there for the kids.
Because it don't matter if he's black or white.
The young men who are watching, think first. Yeah. We can't put out there the example of, hey, if someone puts their hands on you, you have the right to kill.
That's not the route you want to
Killing
go.
is not defending yourself.
The route you want to go.
Defending yourself would have been to push the boy back.
Right.
Now, if it escalates and then and you're being held down and beat, that's something totally different.
Yeah, I mean, if one of the other guys had an object, let's just say one of the guys had a bat or something, now you gotta, defend yourself. But this is just a shoving match. And as fast as you are, you can get your shove back and then get up out of there. That's always like the thing in my mind, like, why didn't you leave? Why didn't you leave? And then another thing, on the Metcalf case, you don't have the authorization to tell someone to leave. The coach don't even have the authorization to tell someone to leave.
Really?
Yes. You should not be able to tell someone that's trying to find shelter to leave. But if you see tension is brewing, that's my whole thing. If you see it brewing up and y'all having, words back and forth, let me just go ahead and walk away. Because it's not only one tent out here.
I feel totally different about that, my love. I feel like if you come into my home, right? My home. And if we invite someone and they bring someone else who we didn't invite, and we want that person to go, and we say, I didn't invite you here. I want you to leave my home. And that person says, well, make me. And see what happens. It's like, well, am I supposed to just, like, what am I supposed to do in that situation?
You don't think that the right thing to do is to call for help?
In my home?
I mean, I'm that's like your home is your home. But this is like a stadium where kids compete and train and practice and stuff. So we really want to show our kids, y'all don't have to get along, but at least respect each other.
Okay.
So if I don't want you here, yeah, get up and leave. And another thing, don't put your hands on me. You don't have to put your hands on no one because it's really not that serious.
Hey, that's what we teach our kids, not to put their hands on anyone. You don't. Because trouble is easy to get into and it's hard to get out of.
If you're in a place where you don't belong,
you
you're
don't
not
push
wanted,
anyone.
I think that you should leave.
I'm not saying that Austin was wrong for pushing Karmelo. After you tell someone to leave and they don't, you can't take it upon yourself to put your hands on someone. That's because it's very dangerous to do that. And I don't want these young kids thinking that they can go around putting their hands on people because you don't know what's in someone's mind. I'm thinking that maybe Karmelo could have been going through something that day, maybe with his parents that morning, came to school very angry and wanted to take it out on someone. You never know what someone is going through. So don't let your the first option, he asked him to leave. I guess he didn't leave and he pushed him. I would not recommend that because Austin would maybe be here if he did not push Karmelo. But Karmelo does not have the right.
He does not have the right.
He does not have the right.
I mean, I'm not justifying that at all because that's just totally wrong. It's wrong to bring the knife to the track meet. That's first.
It's against the law.
Then it's wrong to be under someone's, I'm not going to say it's wrong to be under the tent, but it's wrong to be somewhere where you're not wanted.
And ding, ding, ding.
You're not wanted.
If you're in my house and I don't want you there,
you have to remove yourself.
Why would you have a chip on your shoulder? We have to teach our kids to remove themselves from spaces where they are not wanted. Even if we're going to seek shelter, if you're not wanted, go. There was not that much rain. There were still people on the field. If you're not wanted, leave. And stop trying to stay and be a part of spaces where people don't want you. It's fine.
people want to jump to the defense of Carmelo Anthony. I get it. All right, the people that's black and Carmelo Anthony.
No, it's
you know,
not only black
self-defense.
people.
I mean, whoever
I've
want to jump to his
I've
defense.
seen white people as well saying
But
that Austin got what he deserved,
it's
and
like-
it is so sickening.
People are jumping to his defense, but they don't know this child. You don't know him. We just know his name, Carmelo Anthony, and he, but do we know him? Is he a dangerous child? You know?
They allegedly, I'm going to say allegedly because I don't know this for a fact, but someone reached out to us and said this was not Carmelo's first offense with a knife. That at school, I don't know if he got suspended, and I don't want to put anything wrong out there, but he was reprimanded for a knife prior.
Wow.
Allegedly.
So
Allegedly.
This thing could have went a whole bunch of ways, but it went the wrong way. So the thing is that this right here is already said and done. The thing that we want to do is prevent it from happening again.
Absolutely.
Because everybody can say all this stuff and they can go to, have to appeal and all this stuff is going on. As long as it don't happen again, this should not have happened in the first place, but we can't let it happen again.
As long as I feel like we're doing our part to speak out.
Yeah, because
we have to teach our kids not to put their hands on anyone, not to pull out weapons to do physical harm to anyone.
Absolutely.
But at the end of the day, if someone shoves you, you do not have the right to take their life. You do not have the right to pull out a knife and stab someone.
That should not be an option.
You don't have that right.
That should not be an option.
Point blank period.
I don't know why people are trying to justify that. That's
Please
the
don't.
whole thing. That's the whole when it went left. Because you can have an altercation. That's cool. You can have a fist fight. That's cool. But when you take it to the extreme and you take a life,
or you threaten people with
this is
weapons.
when it goes left and it's wrong. It's wrong, and I can't find right in that at all. I don't care if it was 20 people surrounding you. You are so fast, you can get out of there. You can walk away, you can run away, you can skip away. I don't care what you do, just get away.
But that's what happens when you go into places that you don't belong. You're going to be surrounded. You're going to be surrounded. He was surrounded. He put himself in that position to be surrounded. But if you clearly watch the tape, no, those kids did not attack him.
It was one shove and it was bop bop and it was
Even
over.
after he started running, those kids did not chase him down.
They did not pursue him.
They did not pursue him.
They did not.
Because it happened so quickly. They didn't know what happened. And then you see Austin collapse. Come on now, let's use our common sense.
And sometimes, like I say, a lot of times you got to read the room. So he had to read the tent. The tent was against you. I'm not going to be around 9 to 10 people or, all these people are saying like, yeah, you got to get out of here once you leave, this, that, this. I'm gone. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to worry no more because guess what? I'm gone. And this is what I want, the children that's out there today to understand. Don't put yourself on the line. Remove yourself as quickly as possible. Go tell a coach, adult, or whatever. Just go walk it off. You got steam, go walk it off.
And where were the adults? Where were the
I don't know.
coaches? Where
It's supposed
were
to be
the
security, adults, coaches, staff, whatever have you there to protect and monitor these children because things happen.
And they dropped the ball.
And when you're young,
that shouldn't have happened.
Things just happen so fast. Because you have this young mind. And these are children. These are
Yeah,
kids.
these are kids.
These are kids. So, you know, we just gotta, instill some important things into them.
And that starts at home.
It starts at home.
And evidently, some of the
starts at home.
parents dropped the ball.
It starts at home.
And I'm not pointing the finger, but we have to raise our children properly to go out here into a world that doesn't give a darn about them, and that we have to prepare them to navigate people who don't give a darn about you or your feelings, or if you make it home to your family. We have to teach our kids, take away the entitlement, because it's not going to always go your way on both sides.
Right. And if
Period.
you can't do it for yourself, do it for the people that came before you, that fought for you to go to this school and to be on the track team, to have a 3.7 grade point average. You know what I mean? To go to an integrated school. So I don't know. It's sad.
On both, it's horrible.
But we gotta stop it right here. Don't let that spew out to other children so they can do the same thing. We gotta take this sad example and just show the other children out there. Because
Take race out of it. Take the race.
There's so many schools with children every day that might run into an altercation.
Yeah.
So you got to be calm, you got to be cool, and you got to be respectful, and you got to know the right thing to do. And most of the times it's to walk away. You're not a coward.
Absolutely.
You're not a punk and all this.
Walking
stuff.
away makes you stronger,
Walk away
to be honest.
is just giving you another day on God's green earth.
And it makes you
I'm
have to
telling
be
you,
very
man.
strong to walk away.
You gotta walk away.
Because
You gotta walk away.
that weakness, when you play into the weakest part of you, when you feel like, I have to risk it all.
That chip on your shoulder.
That's your weak spot. Someone just hit your weak spot, and now you're playing into that. Walking away makes you strong.
Yes.
It makes you strong.
Nobody should be able to come up to you and just push that button on you, and then you go off, and now you're a monster, and now you just say, I don't really call that self-defense. I call that not thinking. Even if you want to give them a 2-piece and a biscuit, fight. Use your hands. They not deadly weapons, but what you had in that bag is a deadly weapon. You know what I'm saying? So, there it is.
Walk away.
Walk away. Guys, we're going to keep following the story. Y'all go ahead and smash the like button. Give this video a big fat thumbs up. We appreciate all the love and support. We sending the love and blessings right back to you guys. We thank y'all. All right, we signing off. Peace, love, and blessings. Peace.